Techtonica is a newly released automated mining game. And there is lots and lots to this game. Some of it gets confusing. So what we're going to be doing in this video is going through the Ultimate Beginner Guide. I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how to get started in the game. At the very beginning, I highly recommend you start roaming the mine that you are in. There are a bunch of chests that are scattered around. They are orange, so they're quite easy to see. But they are going to really help you out, especially at the start of the game. But not just the moment you get in and start roaming. Every single minute you're playing this game, like when you're not doing your mining stuff and sorting out all of your conveyor belts and things like that, make sure you are exploring, because there are a bunch of other things in this game that you will easily miss if you are not out there exploring. Next up is to follow the objectives that will get you set up for iron and copper mining. It starts off very basic, but quickly, and I mean really quickly, automates the process. And I would start with the exploration once you've got the automatic mining of iron and copper set up. The whole automated system is really easy once you get used to it. There's a bunch of tutorials and stuff in the game that will help you out with it. I'm not sure if this is a bug, but the inserters will not put ore in a smelter if there is a material in there already. So instead of filling up to 250, if that's the max stack for that resource, it will just wait until it's empty, put the ones in that are needed, and just keep it feeding that way. So don't go thinking the inserters are bugged and your conveyor belt line and all that stuff is broken. It's just the inserters work in a different way to what you would think they do. Then don't worry about all of the low-level crafting, like crafting the electrical or the mechanical components or copper wire, for examples. If you need something like a conveyor belt, as long as you have the materials available to craft everything you need to work up to the conveyor belt, the game will automatically craft everything for you. So you can just click straight on the conveyor belt. You don't need to go through and go copper wire, mechanical components and things like that. You literally just click on the conveyor belt and it crafts everything you need, and then the conveyor belt itself. Then next up is to always grab plant matter whenever you come across it. There is so much in the game, and make sure you're always picking loads up. And the reason I recommend this one is because your machines are going to eat through it, especially at the start of the game. And there is so much to grab. It's abundant across the entire map, like the entire mine, the entire game, however you want to word it. But not only that, when you get later into the game, if you mix it with limestone, you are going to make bio bricks, and they are way more powerful than plant matter itself. I think they're actually 7 times more powerful than the plant matter, and the bio bricks are used as a fuel for your machines. And next up, always walk around with your scanner. Scan every single little thing you can, as you are going to get lots and lots of value from scanning different things in the game. You'll find out about all the different flora. If you go and scan machine parts, you'll find fragments, and you can start crafting some of them, or unlock them on the tech tree to then unlock with the research cores and then start crafting them. But scanning is incredibly valuable, so make sure you're doing it all the time. And also, make sure that you are deconstructing things that you no longer need, things that you're no longer using. And do not worry, for an example, if you've got a smelter, it's got a load of ingots in it, it's got a bunch of plant matter, don't worry about removing all of that stuff, because when you deconstruct something, you're going to get all of your materials back, including the machine itself. So if I had a smelter full of plant matter, full of ingots, and I just deconstructed it there and then, every single thing, the plant matter, the ingots, and the smelter is going to come straight back into your inventory. And when you unlock the mole, it's a terraforming weapon, so basically it transforms terrain. You can put holes in walls, you can flatten surfaces and things like that. When you unlock it, make sure that you are checking your minimap in the top right very often to find new areas that will be hidden by the terrain. There are a bunch of different buildings and a bunch of areas that have got a load of flora in, full of plant matter, and they're all hidden behind walls. So make sure you are paying attention to that minimap. And in Techtonica, the journal is your best friend. When you have a bunch of tasks available, check your journal, as it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do. For an example, there's a door I needed to open, and going into the journal told me that I needed to place a crank generator in front of the door in order to open it. But there are other ones where there are buildings locked and you need certain materials in order to open the doors, like to repair the terminal to get the door open. And in your journal, as well as having a description about like the quest, it's also going to tell you exactly what materials you need in order to complete the quest. And that is my ultimate beginner guide, some tips and tricks for Techtonica. And on that note, we are going to leave the video there. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is appreciated. If you wish to support me further as a creator, there are links in the description. Let me know your thoughts about the video in the comments. And if you want to watch more, you can click the video on screen. All support on the channel is greatly appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.